Hey, what's up guys? Okay, in this video, we're gonna talk about how to charge high ticket for customers. Really what the approach is. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do and a lot of ways you can think about how to charge more, how to get more money up front from people. But really, there's a few principles that I think are gonna help you and we're discussing today. There's no hard and fast rules. I mean, really, there's some things that are obvious, but you're not, at the end of the day, you're gonna be able to charge what the market can bear. So your positioning really matters. You need to sound very busy. You need to act like you're always giving them a discount. Those things are important. But if the market won't bear what you are charging, you're gonna have to lower your price, right? But don't assume that the market can't bear the higher ticket price. For example, someone with a big budget who already has money allocated to something and they're looking for something, that means their budget is probably a little bit higher and they can afford a higher price, okay? So inbound or outbound does matter. I mean, obviously outbound, if you're soliciting somebody, your price going down a little bit is probably a little bit easier. But if you are having someone come to you and they're saying, yeah, I want this thing, it's why advertising is so important. If someone's coming to you, more likely you can charge a higher ticket. So it's really important. Not always, but it just kind of depends. And then also other times you can start off a lower tier of your pricing and then the customer wants more from you, therefore they kind of increase their own price, which is a great approach as well too, which a lot of folks do. They start off at $347 for a virtual tour and they charge $100 a pano or whatever, and all of a sudden that car dealer wants 10 more panos. All of a sudden it's a $1347 price, and they chose it, so that's kind of nice. But here is some general rules of thumb to think about. You can kind of ignore these notes over here and back here, just stick with me right here in the middle, okay? So how to charge high ticket. Here's what you need to do. You need to reverse engineer ROI, okay? Really important. You need to think about the value and the results in that dollar figures you're gonna get from somebody. And the only way you can do this, you gotta understand what your customer's transaction value is. And if their transaction value is really low, or if they don't have much volume, they need to have a really high transaction volume. But it's basically the game of how much money am I going to make this person? What's our expected value? What can we expect from this? You need to reverse engineer that, and you just think about it in annual terms. So speak in 12 months or annual. I'm going to go off the screen here. Annual terms, really important. Think annual, bro. Over the next 12 months, that's what you need to talk to them about, man, because that's what they're thinking about anyways. The upfront fee is at the end of the conversation. But the next 12 months, how much are you going to spend on this? Or how much are we expecting, how many customers are we expecting to get? Throw out some numbers, throw out some guesses. It's okay. I think we'll get you at least 3 customers a month for the next 12 months. Just have an idea. Okay, cool, that's 36 customers, right? So you have to be able to throw out some rough ROIs and speak in annual numbers only. That's how you get someone who's a big spender to really think through what you're doing, right? And then, of course, you need to listen more than you speak. You need to listen and ask questions. Really ask a lot of questions. Turns out there's some, I don't know where it is, but there's some type of time figure that if someone just sticks with you for a while and you listen really well and you ask the right questions, after a while they're just ready to say yes. They've done enough talking, they're ready to just buy, right? So if you have somebody who's listening a lot, asking lots of questions, answering lots of your questions, you will be able to, if you're listening well and you're building trust, it's easier to get the higher ticket price, yes. If you are on the phone or if you're doing a demo on a Zoom call, etc., and somebody is asking very quickly about price, it's not a good thing for you. You want to build up value the most you can before you say price. It's very important. Talk about the process, talk about the different options, talk about the different offers that you're offering. But if they say that quickly, you always need to say, it depends. It depends on what you're trying to do, right? And if someone's just trying to get a price, they're probably just trying to get the lowest price. It's not a very good high ticket customer. Doesn't mean you can't send off someone to go shoot a virtual tour for you, but just be prepared for something like that on the phone or in a demo. And lastly, which, man, this may not seem obvious to a lot of you, but it should be really obvious to those that are experienced. You seem to target niches with money, man. Okay? Find folks with money. Talk to folks with money. The more money they have, the more they can give you. That's it. Talk to folks with money. Ask them what their problems and pains are. Listen well. Ask them what it's like to have all those dreams come true, and would you pay for them? Here's an example of something we can do for you with our Virtual Tour 360 service, our digital media marketing service, our lead generation service, whatever you want to call it to them in that moment based on what their needs are. But if they have more money, you're more likely to get higher ticket. And don't assume they don't have money. Ask questions, find out, prod, see if they have budget. Don't ask the question, what's your budget? That's not a question that people like to ask. I have no budget. I have tons of budget. I don't know. What's it cost? So at the end of the day, you need to ask questions that are leading to find out if it's a good niche for you. But most niches are pretty consistent. So if you target a specific commercial real estate firm, they're going to have higher budget than maybe a residential real estate firm, etc. If you target a university, they're going to have much higher budget because it's $40,000 per student or $100,000 per student versus if you target a daycare or whatever. Okay, I'm just throwing ideas. So some things to think about. Always talk in 12-month terms. Always talk reverse engineer ROI. Listen more than you speak. Target somebody with some money. And then, of course, if you have questions or concern, hop into our Facebook group at Virtual Tour Profit on Facebook. Check it out. Lots of people in there selling high ticket. Some folks are in there selling high ticket and they don't tell anybody because they don't want anybody to know what niche they're targeting, which is funny. But overall, there's a lot of profit to be made in this service. So if you want to see what some other strategies and approaches are, some other offers you can do, other high ticket services you can offer, check out virtualtourprofit.com, watch the webinar, and of course, go to cloudpaymo.com, sign in, grab you a free demo, and go pre-sell with that thing, man. Sell before you buy, right? Go pre-sell with a free demo on cloudpaymo.com. I'll see you there.